Hello, dear students. Let us start the part 3 of the chapter, Chemical Reactions and Equations, where we will be studying the science of chemical reaction or describing a chemical reaction and the types of chemical reaction. So let's get started. So here today we are going to study how we are going to tell that a reaction taking place. So in other words, sign of chemical reaction, and also we are going to talk about the type of chemical reaction. So let's get started, children. So when a certain reaction is taking place, so how will we get to know? So for example, if your friend is happy, or if your friend is sad, or your friend is angry, how will you know? So obviously, like the facial expressions are very important to judge how the person mood is. Similarly, if a reaction is going on, certain indicators are there which will tell, okay, a reaction is taking place. As same as your friend, facial expression is telling you how the mood of your friend is. So when a reaction is taking place, children, they can be actually evolution of heat, light, or sound. Heat, light, or sound. Okay, so evolution of heat can take place, light can take place, sound can take place. So for example, if you're carrying out a reaction in a beaker, you can see a light coming out, or you can see the beaker becoming hot, or you can see the beaker becoming cold, or you can see, observe certain popping sound coming up. That means hydrogen gas is being evolved. So there's this is one type of indicator which tells that reaction is taking place. Another indicator is production of gas. So how will you tell children that a gas is being produced? So certainly we can say this by looking into the beaker or looking into the test tube. So you will be seeing children bubbles coming out. Okay, so these bubbles are the perfect indicators of the production of gas. So this is the second indicator. Now the third indicator is formation of precipitate. So all of you would have been very familiar with this term by now. What is precipitate? Can anybody like quickly understand and try to tell what is the meaning of this word meaning precipitate? So precipitate generally is, children, a solid which remains undissolved in the liquid. Undissolved in the liquid. So this liquid, if it is water, we call it as an aqueous solution. So aqua, this word has come from a French or a French term, I think. Aqua means water. So here aqueous solution means where the solvent is water. So technically we call this as solvent water. So the solvent is water, children. That means it is an aqueous solution. So the formation of precipitate takes place. That means a solid is being formed where it remains undissolved in the liquid. Certainly water. And the fourth type of indicator is, children, color change. So a very perfect example of color change is when you take an iron nail and dip it in a copper sulfate solution. So iron nail, when dipped in a copper sulfate solution, children, copper sulfate certainly is blue in color. Okay, and when you keep an iron nail in it, so iron nail, if I take it for example, a little brown in color, so slowly you will be seeing the blue color of copper sulfate is changing to a green color. Okay, so this color change very clearly indicates that a reaction is taking place. So these are the four indicators which we have, children: evolution of heat, light, and sound, production of gas, formation of precipitate, and the color change. So with this indicators, we can very easily say that a chemical reaction is taking place. So this is the first part of a topic. Now let's go to the second part of the topic, where we are talking about the types of chemical reaction. So yesterday I have released a video which talks about NCRT, what portion they have added on in 2021-22. So they have certainly told that the 4 types of reaction, along with that precipitation and neutralization is also being asked in the exam. So let us first learn the 4 types. So the 4 types certainly will be combination reaction, and then we have decomposition reaction, children. Again, decomposition will be classified into 3 more types. So this will be going into detail in the next videos. And then we have the displacement reaction. Very interesting. The displacement reaction is and very important also in exam point of view. And the last one is double displacement reaction. So in double displacement reaction only, we'll talk about precipitation reaction and neutralization reaction. Precipitation and neutralization. So here, when we talk about the 4 types of reaction, and if we very carefully look into the names, children, we'll be very clearly understanding what exactly they mean. So we will be in detail going into each type of reaction, but just for an idea, I'll just tell you what these reactions can be and how we can write it down. So combination reaction, children, here 2 or more reactants combine and they form a single product. So A and B, for example, combine, children, and it will form AB. So AB is a single product here. Single product. So always when you see a single product, that means it's a combination reaction. So single product indication means if you see only a single product being formed, that means it's a combination reaction. Now opposite of it is decomposition reaction. So decomposition reaction is when a single reactant, children, can be broken down into 2 or more products. Okay, a single reactant. So whenever you see a single reactant being broken down into 2 or more products, that means it's a decomposition reaction. And this cannot happen on its own. It has to be taking place in presence of heat, light, or sound. I'm sorry, not sound, heat, light, or electricity, children. Okay, so heat, light, or electricity, this takes place. So whenever you see a single reactant, it indicates that it's a decomposition reaction. Next one is displacement. Displacement, children, is when a more reactive metal will be displacing a less reactive metal from its aqueous solution. So here A will go and push out B, being more reactive, and form AC plus B. So since A is more reactive than B, this reaction is taking place. So a more reactive element should be quickly displacing a less reactive element from its salt solution. So this should be an aqueous solution or a salt solution. Next, double displacement reaction, children. Double displacement reaction is when the exchange of ions takes place. So here, these are all aqueous solutions. We'll be in detail discussing this also. So whenever there's an aqueous solution, there'll be ions plus minus plus minus. So we always know that plus and minus have always an attraction. So here A plus and D minus, they exchange the ions and form AD and BC. So these are also in aqueous forms. So in this way, we have this 4 types of chemical reactions which are very important in exam point of view, and certainly there will be questions being asked on this. So in detail, let's go into each and every type of reaction. So please subscribe to my channel, hit a like button, and please recommend it in your classmates and to your peers. And please see that you keep returning for more and more videos. Thank you.